I wonder if the saying Black Lives Matter haunts people in their sleep at night, or if the words of Dr. King still allow people to hold on to their morals and integrity, if children would ever be able to enjoy life as if they are colorblind, closing the gap of racial divide, because it is evident that now, in order to live in the land of the free, everyone must be brave, because it doesn't matter if you are black or white or rainbow. We all have the same fear when we walk out the door in the mornings, hoping that race will become a thing of the past, hoping that we could live life in peace and harmony, hoping that we could raise our children in a world where color never matters, holding on to the idea that if it is a black life or a white life, or even a life that we have never seen or heard of, that we all have the ability to coexist.
One of the things I always say about the pandemic and COVID-19 was that it didn't create a crisis, it just simply poured gasoline on a fire that had long been burning. We got to see the discrepancies in terms of who was medically protected, those of us who were able to work from home versus those folks who had to be on the front line.
After the murder of George Floyd, our community erupted.
For a lot of white America, they were waking up to things that a lot of us in Black America had talked about forever.
So many people, including myself, the police chief, our city council, stood with the protesters, marched with the protesters.
All of a sudden, our city and our country was starting to see a version of this country that, again, those of us who've grown up in this skin have always been aware of. And there was a unity in saying, we don't want to be this.
The Black Lives Matter mural came together in a really kind of exciting and organic way. Taiwo Jayoba tweeted something along the lines of, what if we wrote Black Lives Matter on the streets of Trade and Tryon?
While we were at ground zero, painting that mural on that hot June day, the reality of like what we were doing definitely weighing on my shoulders, right?
As it was being painted, people praying there, dancing there, crying there, bringing their kids down. And it was a sense that it was already sacred space.
And we actually saw what happens when people are proud of a public space.
You can't just march, you have to take action. We had to have support from the private sector.
We were fully aware of the racial and social injustices. I think COVID, along with what happened with George Floyd, sort of highlighted it.
The mayor also approached the Charlotte Executive Leadership Council to gain the commitment from the largest employers in the city. For me, it was a turning point. It was an opportunity really to work with executives around the country to really take action.
We galvanized about 90 constituents in the community so that we could ensure that we came up with a cohesive solution. We landed on, 4 priority areas. One, how do we ensure that Johnson C. Smith become a top 10 HBCU?
To have a historically black college centered right in the heart of a city like Charlotte is an absolute blessing, giving these phenomenal opportunities to students who are often coming to college as the first in their family.
Second, how do we invest in the corridors of opportunity to create economic development and mobility? How do we create more minority-owned businesses through the use of financial resources, our social capital, and access to opportunities? And third, how do we bridge the digital divide? Many corporations don't do paper applications anymore. You apply online. We need to ensure every household has hardware. Every household has digital connectivity through the internet.
Part of what we're trying to do is close that gap for 50,000 households here in Charlotte over the next 5 years.
And then finally, fourth, how do we work with different employers in the promotion of black and brown individuals into more management roles, C-suites, and board of directors?
Our role has been in ensuring that employers are committed to racial equity in business, and employers are committing to increasing their partnerships with diverse minority-owned businesses, diverse suppliers, diverse vendors.
The question becomes, when we're out of that moment, when we're no longer under the microscope, are you still standing, or was that just something that felt advantageous at the time?